What a week for the Pittsburgh Penguins. Last night they win a game, even though they looked bad through 2 periods. They're -5 of their top 6 defensemen. They also are looking for a new GM. Andrew, I'm going to start with you on this one. Rutherford, out of the blue, resigns. Did he quit on this team right in the middle of what is a short 56-game season?
Yeah, sure looks that way. I mean, I need more evidence on his end to show me that he didn't, that the Penguins forced him out, that it was a firing that got, changed in a press release to resigned. As of right now, he left on his own terms. That's what we know. So, yeah, I would say when a 71-year-old takes his ball and goes home, that you could use the Q word with him for sure.
And certainly you look at it, there's definitely something happened, whatever you want to term it, philosophical differences, whatever reason it was, there was some sort of rift or disagreement or something of that nature. Now, the only way then that the onus wouldn't fall on using the Q word to Jim Rutherford would be is if whatever he felt he was aggrieved. It's obvious, I think, reading everything he said amongst all the interviews he did. At one point, he even said, 4 or 5 months, I'll see where I'm at. And he was asked a follow-up. I believe this was Ken Campbell's interview. But regardless, he was asked a follow-up, and he said, with the Penguins, he said no. So he's clearly, he didn't burn the bridge whatsoever, but he clearly doesn't want to work for the Penguins anymore. Now, he feels aggrieved in some sense, in some level. Was it enough to quit in the middle of a season? I don't know, but we don't know what the grievance was. So I'll give him the little benefit of the doubt, at least, until we find out that the Penguins has completely emasculated his power or something of that effect that I guess even then might not be a quittable offense, but I'll wait to see what it is.
Oh, something had to happen, like you said. A 71-year-old guy that obviously loves his job is just not going to up and quit. And I mean, obviously, he's doing it from home, so he needs something to do. So obviously there was some kind of more than a disagreement, and we're pretty much sure who it probably was with, and we don't know the degree of it. If the degree was to the point where he just said, I can't even respect this guy anymore to work for him, then of course I would quit too. I would move on. So I just find it kind of funny that a guy that never shuts up in GMJR decides to shut up when everybody wants to actually know what he's talking about. Yeah. Because he wants to get a job here in the summer. That's why he'll be back. So that's why he's shutting up.
All right, Andrew, what kind of GM should they look for? There are young guys who've never proven themselves at all. There are also guys who've been around the block a few times. A lot of names out there. What kind of GM should they get? And should that GM come in and say, hey, we're in all-win mode right now, baby. That's the way the Penguins do things, and is going to be active in trading?
Well, I want to see a guy that has Rutherford's sense for, no sacred cows. If I have to change things up and rock the boat and make big trades, I'll do that. But I also think the next guy that comes in has to understand that, in order for this team to not, completely be in shambles when Sidney Crosby and Evgeny Malkin age out, that you probably need to draft and develop a little bit here. So that doesn't mean, you trade. I'm not saying you never trade your first-round pick, but there's got to be a really good reason to do it. You can't go into every trade deadline and say, we're dangling our first-round pick out there. We'll take the best offer available for it and move on. So, yeah, I think you have to have someone that's kind of trying to middle it between the present and the future.
Hey, Andrew, wait a minute here. If the Penguins are a fringe playoff team going to make the playoffs and be a low seed, by your logic with the Steelers, shouldn't they trade Sidney Crosby?
Do you think those playoffs, you think the playoffs are the same in both leagues? I mean, in hockey, we see teams that are under 500 win the Stanley Cup or go to the Stanley Cup every year. Nashville, the Kings were the 8 seed. Up until this year, the last 5 seasons, only bye teams were going to the Super Bowl. So don't give me this apples to oranges comparison,
The decade before that, we had the Giants twice. We had the Packers once. You had the Steelers. What's the decade before that was the total opposite of that. I think.
And 2 decades before that, the Steelers won 4 Super Bowls. What are we talking about, Chris?
No, I think that's an interesting point, but go ahead, Chris. We're short on time.
No, well, that's a thing. I think that there is value, a business value and sort of a franchise identity value in letting this die its natural death, the Crosby-Malkin years, even if you sort of do tank a couple years, you sort of crater a couple years after that by doing it. I think you still have an obligation, and it's the right thing to do for the franchise to at least, get in the playoffs and give yourself a shot here for the next 3 or 4, however long years they're still going to play.
Mark, quickly.
I sort of agree with Andrew a little bit here, and I'm actually going to throw a name out here for you that you might not like but Ron Hextall. He's a guy that really liked to draft and develop people for 6 or 4.5, 5 years in Philadelphia before they finally got too impatient with him and told him to get out. He's friends with Mario. I think they need that type of guy right now to be able to build for the future because, like you said, you got some aging superstars on here. You better start replenishing them. You don't do that by just, trading every trade deadline. So I would love to see Hextall here.
Oh, that would be interesting. Robbie Brown wouldn't like it. Hextall still would chase him all over Broad Street or anywhere in Pittsburgh, too. We're going to take a break. When we come back, we're going to talk about the mega trade that was made last night in the NFL. Stafford for Goff plus first-round picks. What does it mean for Deshaun Watson? We'll get into that next right here on the #1 Cochran Sports Show.